According to the National Institute of Health, over 15% of the US population, or 1 in 7 Americans, has some type of learning disabilities. Learning disabilities include dyslexia, which is language and reading based, dyscalculia, which is math based, dysgraphia, which is writing based, auditory and visual processing disorders such as sensory confusion, nonverbal learning disabilities that include neurological disorder affecting the right side of the brain, and dyspraxia, which includes problems sending messages from the brain to the body. Technology has come a long way in bridging the gap between students with disabilities and their counterparts, thus promoting equality in education. Assistive technology uses both the abilities and disabilities of the students to help them reach their potential. Usually, assistive technology is an electronic device that a disabled individual might use to help them learn or function more easily. Assistive technology devices can broadly be divided into three categories: low tech, mid tech, and high tech, based on cost, usability, and the nature of technology used. Few examples of assistive technology devices are alternative keyboards, graphic organizers and outlining, word processing programs, audiobooks, speech recognition software, and variable speed tape recorders. The Disability Services at UMass Amherst is committed to providing the most appropriate accommodations available for people with disabilities. The Exam Proctoring Center proctors over 5,000 exams each year. Each student has the opportunity to inform the professor about circumstances that might need special assistance, and all such information is kept confidential. A few ways in which UMass Amherst accommodates its students are: when an accessible course location is needed, the courses are relocated to accommodate student or faculty needs. Interpreters are provided to students who are deaf or hard of hearing. Alternate text formats such as Braille, audiobooks, and ebooks are provided free of cost through tools like RoboBraille and Census Access. To determine the effectiveness of assistive technologies like smart pens, a research study was conducted by the Rehabilitation Engineering and Assistive Technology Society of North America. Smart pens are recording devices that resemble a normal ballpoint pen but allow writing to be synchronized with audio. Over 95% of the students involved in the study credited better academic performance and increased confidence to the use of smart pens. Besides the increase in use of adaptive technologies, there is still scope of improvement. Very often, the instructors lack adequate training, which results in students not being able to utilize their potential to the maximum. Most schools lack in new technologies like virtual reality meditation. VR meditation helps reduce stress, especially for those people who have ADHD. However, there are certain problems associated with the inclusion of new assistive technologies. The new devices are extremely expensive, mainly because of lack of funding and research in the development of these devices. The investors think that investing their money in such a sector will not be beneficial for them. Nonetheless, there are ways to use these devices cost effectively. The public schools and universities can make use of government schemes to obtain funding for this purpose. Universities can collaborate with each other to form a research group that would focus on the cost effective production of these adaptive technologies. The cost can also be brought down by buying in bulk from the suppliers and redistributing thereafter. All the schools and universities should strive towards the inclusion of at least the common assistive technologies to promote equality in education. This would allow the students with disabilities to have the same opportunities as other students.